into play, but a couple of times they were a bit sloppy and gave the ball away, but you still felt Man City were in the ascendancy. Aston Villa had to hang on in that spell, hung on, and all of a sudden came into the game. Then it developed to Man City attacking, then Villa kept them on the counter, and Villa on the counter looked very, very dangerous.
I don't think the game's gone any different than what that even maybe Unai Emery thought it would be. You know, he was gushing about Pep Guardiola being a great manager. He knows how good a football team they are, but in terms of any team that Manchester City play, you're going to be under pressure sometimes. Yeah. You know, there's times in the game where he's been shouting at me back in the day. Nothing's changed back in the day to it is now. You've got to do your job right, stop the crosses coming into the box. For him and I, hold the ball up or look to get runs in behind to release a long one to change our fortunes and try and win the ball higher up the pitch. That's what we did today.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we did. Now, there's no question that you ride your lady luck a little bit. You need her on your side. But I thought the boys probably over the piece. Even though we've said that they've started well, I thought they deserved it, and I'm disappointed we only got one goal today.
Only the one goal, but like say, a goal that counted, certainly so. And the goal scorer is coming up just behind us. Time to perfection there that you teed this one up.
He's never going to say he meant it, surely.
We know he meant...
Well played.
We were debating which foot you actually are. Hey, Matty.
My right son, magic. What are you doing? Right, talk me through it, seriously. We take it with our right.
Take it with our right, hit it with the left.
Smash it right in the corner with your left.
Is this something that works on? Is set piece or just off the cuff?
We did it at training during the week.
I had loads of questions in there, and no, it was a special routine, but it wasn't for me, to be fair. But if I can get in there, I'll try and do as good as I mean,
to be fair, because you've reacted really well, and the touch is so good that it's almost begging for you just to. All you need to do is connect properly with it, buddy.
Yeah, no. As I took the touch there, I think I looked up and seen Donnarumma come that way, and I just thought, come across the ball and try and hit the bottom corner. But yeah, no, delighted more with the win, to be honest. I was buzzing, yeah.
Boys played well. It was a tough start. They came out the traps pretty well and had us on the back foot. And you know, there's a time where you're not hanging in, but just to make sure, I'm saying that every time the ball's against you, I'm saying stop the cross, Matty, or make sure if it does go past you, the boys have got to be ready. And I think they probably were for that one.
Yeah, no. To be honest though, when you're playing against a quality side, they're going to obviously dominate the ball a lot and have good chances. But we've done a lot of work yesterday on defending the box because, as I said, we know that they've got top quality wingers and forwards. So, no, it was about, I think, being resilient, you know, and then try and defend well and then get them on the counter attack. And I thought, overall we were brilliant.
I've just said, apart from your goal, I'm disappointed. We probably could have went 2 up. We probably could have even got a third because we had a couple of really good chances.
Yeah, no, we had a few chances with Ollie and stuff through the middle. There's a lot of spaces, I think, trying to play slide passes through the gaps of them, but. Yeah, no, obviously it would have been good because it would have been less nerve-wracking.
Did they surprise you in anything? Did they do anything to us that you haven't been speaking about in the week?
Not really, to be honest. No, I think we limited them, to be honest. But we always know when the ball's in our box, you got Haaland that can just finish easily, you know. So I think it was about getting tight to him, and obviously Doku coming on was sharp. And being strong and aggressive. Yeah.
I think looking at the first 10 minutes, we were saying they got the ball to Savinho an awful lot. And he's trying to run at you.
Yeah.
And always we're saying we've got to get someone to double up with Matty Cash. Like Matty Cash needs someone to come in. But after a bit, they stopped giving him the ball. Now all of a sudden you've come more into the game, and then all of a sudden you've got your goal.
The first 5 minutes he had 3 runs at me one-on-one, and I'm thinking, my legs.
Long afternoon.
Honestly, I was thinking my legs are gone here already. 5 minutes in.
I know you were. This is about 75, 76 minutes, and to be fair, I'm in the stand. I was just finishing another glass of champagne, and you right about here, you gave it that.
Yeah.
Because Doku tried to take you on the outside and you stopped it.
You know what though? Yesterday I'd done like 20 minutes 1v1 stuff with the fullback coach because I was thinking Doku would start, and obviously Doku 1-to-1. Like I always tried to study my wingers like before the game and stuff. But I was thinking Doku, he's sharp and he can go either way. So when I seen Savinho, I was thinking probably not. Is it? No, it doesn't make a difference.
And then you get Doku anyway as a result, so you have to switch it up. Can we talk about your goal scoring though this season? Of course, we talked about the drought of Villa at the start of the season. Your wonder goal against Sunderland for one thing, of course, and for Poland as well, international duty. But what you've come back with, how much confidence are you playing with at present?
I'm playing with a lot of confidence. To be honest, I've always had a good shot. I've just never really shown it in games. In training, I shoot quite well, to be honest. But yeah, this season it seems to be obviously going my way. And every time I get the ball on the edge of the box, I've got the confidence, and I feel like I am going to hit the target a lot of the time. So yeah, now I'm just obviously happy and playing.
It may be a lot simpler than that. The fact that he shook my hand and gave me a cuddle before the game, I can't wait for it.
It's going to be natural now. It's going to happen all the time.
But in all seriousness, I said as well, it's a huge 3 points for the football club, Matty. You know, we're obviously all excited. We're obviously on a high today. It was a really big game after being a little disappointed on Thursday evening, and we've got a week to prepare for another huge game for the club.
Yeah, and I think, obviously last weekend as well against Tottenham, going away there and getting 3 points was massive. And then obviously, today was obviously another massive point, another massive 3 points. So yeah, in the week we had it was gutted to lose the game. But I think we bounced back and done well.
Brilliant. And about that and about confidence, because now we're only a point off City, who again have been talked about as a title contender potentially. Confidence in camp as well as your own confidence. Is that just something that continues to build momentum with each game? Yeah,
I think when you're winning and stuff, you always feel a little bit more confident. As I said, we started a bit shaky and the confidence wasn't there. And then as you said, we've picked up points and done really well. And obviously everyone's sort of playing with a lot of confidence now.
Can I also ask you as well, we talked about your attacking prowess, and we'll let you go in just a moment because the rain is about to start coming down, but your obviously the defensive capabilities as well. You've been putting your body on the line this season, the amount of body shots it feels like you've taken, but again, are you just 100%, obviously 100% committed, but it feels like there's even more to your game this season that we've seen?
I always try and be aggressive and one-to-one defending. I like winning duels, and sometimes you win them and sometimes you lose them. But this season, obviously, I feel like I'm in a good place. I feel physically really good. I had a few injuries and stuff last year and the season before, little niggles that I wanted to try and stop. And I seem to be doing all right.
Is 20 goals too much to ask for?
15.
Give him the 5 back.
You get a deadlift, just thought.
Right on my quad.
I saw you get out and I thought, that's it now. You've gone like a little bit, and all of a sudden just got on with the game.
Get a bit of deep heat on it.
Yeah, you're a fine kid.
And just one more question before. I know, don't even look at him saying he can't be giving any medical advice at present.
Listen,
clearly.
You wouldn't have hit that left foot out, would you?
I could have done that without the day.
And one last question, throwing it forward, Liverpool next. Good time to play him?
Obviously away at Anfield's always tough, and you can look at their sort of run and that, but you're coming up against Liverpool at Anfield. It's going to be a tough game, but we've got a week now to rest. It's nice to have a little week actually where we don't have a game.
You don't have to travel anywhere.
No travelling and stuff, so a week at home and then go full energy into that.
Amazing. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for your time. You've been very generous.
Cheers.
Make sure to go into more DP
and
everything else. Thank you so much.
Right, buddy.
Cheers, Matthew. Thanks so much.
Bye,
great
mate.
to speak to Matty Cash there, our goal scorer today. And we speak about that and talk about his goal scoring element that he's got, and the licence it feels like he's got more so to be able to hug the touchline and to really make those runs rather than cutting back in and looking to almost play the ball sideways or behind. It feels like he's almost got more licence this year, Gary.
You're talking about a kid that was a winger. He started off as a winger. He's ended up being a full-back. It's a full-back. Their natural instinct is always to break forward as well. He scored a couple of goals before. I think he scored a couple of goals last season. All of a sudden, he's got into a vein where he's scoring goals. He looks like he can score goals. And every time the ball comes to him around the edge of the box, everyone's saying shoot now because he looks like
I think it was on the halfway line at one point when he got it and everyone was shouting shoot, and I thought, okay, the fans are taking the mick a little bit here, but at the same time, it is so. And it's creating that buzz and that excitement. And it is this year. It feels like Villa have really got back to that exciting driving forward way of playing that gets the whole crowd off their feet. I mean, we could barely see the game, to be honest. Everyone was on their feet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair with either fullback, whether it's left or right fullback, I think that part of the modern day game is to try and get involved in those further on areas. I mean, I can remember a game here, and we spoke about it very briefly when we spoke about Donnarumma. We were 2-0 down. We were 2-0 down. You know who the goal scorers were? Mendes and Hakimi.
Oh,
the two fullbacks for PSV. PSG, sorry. So the fact that Matty will try and get forward, and he's now scored a goal, he's got another goal, etc., and he'll be thinking, I don't need to think like, hang on a minute, let's just be careful. I don't want to get in. We get the ball. Everybody's not a striker, but everybody's a forward player thinking forward to try and get into a position where the ball might get past him and he can have another shot. I mean, that's how important he is in full-back areas for us. And now he's getting his rewards for not just thinking defensively and being a little bit more aggressive in terms of expanding his game and going forward.
You look at all the players now, all the teams, they all want to put bodies in the midfield. They want to clog the midfield, so the space is down the side.
Yeah, absolutely.
So lots of the full-backs, the wing-backs, they get down the side, they've got opportunities to breaking towards goal and have strikes at goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Like you say, for that exciting way of playing and a licence for them as well. Now, someone unfortunately who did go off with an injury, who started so brightly, and the bounce back from Go Ahead Eagles in midweek was Emi Buendia, who we spoke about and were eulogising about plenty in the pre-match show. Disappointing, obviously. We're going to hope he's all okay. We haven't got any news.
Well, I said to you at the start, I thought he'd be the game winner for us today. And I thought he started the game pretty well.
And you turned to me when he went down and said, this is not good news for us.
That's a problem for us. And now, to be fair to Sancho, I thought he did well when he came on. You know, he probably gutted he never scored. Remember the one he sneaked along the line, had a shot, and Donnarumma saved it, and then he's maybe a little bit unlucky. But it didn't upset our equilibrium as much as I thought it might, because I think the gaffer had a way to play today, and he was going to be a little jack in the box. And as you say, let's hope he's okay. But it's certainly, the good news is, you know, after 96 minutes, we won the game 1-0, and hopefully his injury is not too bad, and he'll be okay for next week. Another
player who I flagged up to you, I'm not sure exactly which minute, who had a very, very good game, Amadou Onana. Where again,
absolutely magnificent
he's had
today.
not that he's had questions turned, but he's had questions thrown at him, dare I say, and he has answered them today. He has been calm, composed, resolved. He has controlled that midfield alongside Kamara. He was fantastic.
You come to a club for a lot of money. People look at you. Questions are asked. And Amadou Onana, the first 3 games he did ever so well. I think he scored 2 goals. He looked dangerous in both boxes. Then he got a lot of injuries, got back, got 2 games, then he was injured for 4 or 5. Never could get a run going. I think Maka was saying earlier, he got whacked the other day, went down, got up, and he looked like, I'm back on it. I watched him today. His composure on the ball, his ability to sniff the ball out, win the ball, go and play again, like his composure when he got the ball, and people were trying to press him and still play around people, see danger, throw his body in the way as well. A complete all-action midfield performance in both boxes.
He was in midfield, but the man of the match for me was Ezra Konsa.
Oh.
I mean, we've spoken about an international striker who can't stop scoring goals, and Powell and Ezra, especially Ezra Konsa, made him quiet, and I thought he was absolutely...
Do you know?
He was, I swear to God, everybody.
Yeah.
You watch the game again, and as much as everybody deserves a pat in the back today, you watch Ezra Konsa, and I talk about it to you all the time when we're sitting and watching the game, we're doing the TV, his danger, his attention to sniffing out the danger and being aware of what was happening around about him was absolutely unbelievable today, and he deserves a big mention.
He's come to the club and he has been absolutely magnificent, but he's been quiet. He's got better and better and better, and people don't really notice. Even today, he gets blocks in, he does ever so well. I mean, for like most of the time, he's become an England international, so he's gone from there to there, and he's so consistent that he plays so well now. No one really notices how well he plays after time.
It's a thankless task being a centre back, isn't it? Really, because as you say, you never really get those man of the match performances unless something's sort of gone wrong. Really,
that's why him and I played up front, because if you score a goal,
you get all the glory.
But you watch the game again, and I'll be very surprised if the manager doesn't say something in the press conference about him. To be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like you say, I mean, it's good that we managed to flag it up. Right, lads, the rain is just starting to come down, so I'm just going to tell you a few little, I know we will be gone in a second, but I'll just tell you a few little stats there. So the possession-wise, 47% to Villa, 53 to City. City had 18 total shots to Villa's 9. 3 shots on target for Villa, and one of those big chances then, rather than City had the 2, and 4 shots on target compared to those 18 total shots. So again, we talk about clinical finishing. We may not create the most amount of chances, however, when Villa do have those chances, they generally take them.
Yeah, and you could that mitt could probably thrown at City today, that they weren't as clinical maybe as sometimes they could be. But I think that was up mainly our blocks that we had, and our goalie being, attention to detail. I thought Emi was excellent in goal as well. But listen, if we create those amount of chances, then I'd still be relatively happy. I mean, it was listen. And him and I know, having played in games like this, that was a tough game. It was never going to be like 5-4. No. So it's just not going to be one of those games. It's going to be tight. There'll be part of it. It'll be chaos. There'll be openness, and then things will calm down again. That's exactly the way it was. And Kashi, that is, Matt, used the word resilient.
Yeah.
And that's obviously the word that was going round the dressing room, and the manager speaking before. You need to be resilient, you need to hang in there, and when you get the opportunities, that's when we need to be clinical.
If you're not resilient, you get beat 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Because they take the chances, they score goals and that. But when in the last 15 minutes, when players are getting blocks in, Konsa's throwing his body in it, and Arnold's throwing his body in, and they get up and high-five each other, then you look and we've got a team. We've got a group of players that want to fight and die for each other. We have got a great chance now.
Yeah.
What a beautiful note to finish on. That was beautifully round up. Actually, just before we finish,
Gary.
I know, anyone would have thought he's done this before. I'm going to ask you both for your man of the match now. So I'm putting you on the spot somewhat. Is it going to go to our goal scorer, Matty Cash, Amadou Onana?
He was brilliant. Cashy was brilliant today. I mean, Cashy was really good today and bags a goal. I've already thrown my hat in to talk about Konza because I thought he was amazing. Onana deserves it. Johnny McGinn for 64 minutes was just exactly what you expect from a captain of a football club. I mean, I'm going to go bias here and go Ezri Konza because I thought he was so good and made the position look so easy against one of the best strikers in the world. That's why he gets my vote.
There you go, yeah.
I'd have to agree with most of what Mackie said there, but Matty Cash, for the first 8-9 minutes, he got tore a new one. And he needed some help. And to go from that to get to the point where you've defended really well, you score your goal as well, I'm going to have to give it to Cashy.
Yeah. There you go, Konsa and Cash. I mean, we will gladly share the spoils between those two. Well, the pair of you two, thank you so much for coming back. The rain is starting to come down now, and it's the first time we've been down pitch side this season with a bit of chill in the air. So another 3 points on the board for Aston Villa. We said beforehand it was Unai Emery's structure versus Pep Guardiola's fluidity, and it was structure that came to the fore once again.